Divorced Diaries day 229 and 230. It is 6:30 a.m. on Monday. My back is sore, my muscles are sore. I've just been to McDonald's to pick up a nice latte, and it's time to sort my office out. I have work in 1 hour, and this is currently how my desk is looking, which isn't that different from how it looked before I moved, honestly. I'm very bad for acquiring doom piles, but I have a lot of plans for this room. I have this one ladder shelf in here for now, but I really want to get more storage. I want to display some of my video game stuff, I want to display some of my books, I want to display some of my old CDs, and I have a whole bunch of old posters as well. Stuff from Metallica, Slayer, video games, etc. So I'd like to hang some of that stuff as well. I really just want to personalize this space. I'd even like to hang some of my t-shirts. This one I've had to retire just because I noticed it's starting to get some holes in it. I think this is from 2009, so yeah, it's done well. For now, I'm just going to keep everything stored in boxes until I figure out how I want to display everything. And I think it's just going to end up with me buying a whole bunch of white shelving units. But I should probably get started on unpacking my desk. Fortunately, setting up a computer doesn't take very long. It's very much like those toddlers' first puzzle games, you know? You put the square block in the square hole. You put the circle block in the circle hole. And eventually, it all comes together. Until, of course, you plug it all in, you go to turn it on, it doesn't work, and then you get to just throw your toys out of the cot. So, you know. Especially because the Microsoft diagnostic tool is horrible. You're oh, something's wrong. So then you run the diagnostics and it's everything seems to be in working order. And it's it's not though. For a brief glimpse in time, I get to know what it's like to be a woman visiting the doctor. Although my computer's never told me to lose weight, so I suppose it's not quite the same. But if you're a fellow millennial, you might also know the pain of growing up with a generation before you that didn't have a family computer and weren't used to, putting computers together and getting them running. And now having a generation growing up after you that also isn't growing up with a family computer and doesn't know how a computer works because they've all got phones. It's one of my old man moments. I swear I'm going to need to get a training computer and teach my kids how to use it. And they'll be oh, Dad, but why do I need to know how to use this? I can just use a phone or an Apple iMac. And I'll be no, son, anyone who works in an office needs to know how to use a computer. Now, show me how to set up a printer. But after the computer's all set up, I make sure to set up all my old pictures as well and just get a whole bunch of stuff out my drawer so that it, really feels like home. I love having kids' drawings set up around my desk. It's part of making it my space. I've got this one on this odd-shaped piece of paper that says, "I heart you, Daddy." That's from my oldest daughter. It was the first thing she gave me after the separation. It's very cute, holds some special memories. And then she also drew this dragon for Daddy. This is Fred, who is a jumping spider. My youngest daughter drew that. And of course, all the kids are a bit ick about bugs and spiders and stuff. I'm just trying to make them realize that they're normal, This is the Danielophysis, which my oldest son drew. It is me as a dinosaur, also scorpions. I'm a Scorpio, with big ears, of course. And this is a dinosaur that my youngest daughter also drew, this time in nail polish, which I thought was quite cool. I have a whole lot more I want to put up there. I just never got around to it. But now that I'm at the new place, I can do that. Because, I don't have anything from my youngest son, for one. So, yeah, I need to correct that. But we should also make sure I've set this up properly. Oh, yep. Lights on. What are you doing? Are you turning on? You're turning on. Are you turning on? Yay. Update. What? So I still have some stuff to unpack around here too, and some clutter and rubbish, but I want to set up the Christmas tree, and I'm thinking, because it's temporary, that I just go bold and I just pop it right here. Smack bang in the middle of the lounge. I have the space for it. Ta-da! I forgot to buy decorations. Put it on the list. Actually, I had a bit of an idea while I was putting it up. I could turn this into a fun family activity. If I take the kids down to the shops together, they can all pick out some baubles and I'll help them put them up because I'm a real stickler for making sure they're all evenly spaced. But it'll be fun. Also, by a miracle, I didn't destroy the box. I remember that I actually need this so I can put the tree back in it later. So I'm going to go put this in the garage. But I've got something that needs doing that's even more important than putting up a Christmas tree, and that's groceries, because I've got the kids coming over later today, so I still have my tiny fridge, don't have my big fridge, that comes till Wednesday, so I want to focus on getting non-perishables. So for school lunches, this is fine, I can just get fruit that, doesn't need to be refrigerated, but for dinners, it was a little bit more complex. I just wanted to get 2 dinners, and then I can do a proper grocery shop on Wednesday. So here's what I'm thinking. I actually have bacon in my fridge, and I have stock, I have a whole bunch of herbs, spices, rebellious bay leaves. So all I got to do is buy some linguine and buy some cream, and I can do like a pasta, pretty much. Easy peasy. 1 meal done. That's about $5. Next one, I have cans of spaghetti in my pantry, so I buy bread. Now I can do mouse traps. I also have cheese in my fridge, so yeah, that's 2 cheap dinners sorted. And then it's back home to do laundry. I want to get this done before the kids get home so they can put away their laundry and learn where everything goes. And normally this would be rather uneventful, but not today. Oh shit! Oh my god! Yes, that is my heat pump remote that's been missing for like 5 days. It's just been sitting on the floor of my bedroom the whole time. Oh. Okay. Sweet. Thank God. Oh my god. So last week I'd accrued maybe 3 or 4 loads of clean washing that I just hadn't done. I figured I'd do it when I get to the new place, so I loaded it up in washing baskets, and when I got here, I just dumped it all onto the floor of my bedroom. So at some point, I must have turned the heat pump on or something, and then just chucked the remote in a washing basket, and then without thinking, dumped it onto the floor of my bedroom, and it got lost in the pile of clothes. So glad I found that. And then tonight, when cooking fettuccine, I finally got to use my hob for the first time. Made sure it was turned on at the wall. And then this one doesn't have numbers. Instead, it just has these dials that you have to play around with to get the temperature right. Wasn't sure what temperature to put it on. Oh, I just about fell asleep on the couch while watching TV with the kids. That hob, that's going to require some learnings. That front left one, I realised very quickly that it's very hot, so I ended up moving my Dutch oven to one of the back hobs, and then I brought my pasta onto that front one. I had it on maybe 3 out of 10, and it was boiling. It's very hot. It'd be great for searing, but not much else. I'm planning on capturing my kids' reactions to seeing their room, but my oldest son's away on camp. He doesn't get back till Wednesday, so I'm going to kind of like compile that all, and I'll put it in a video later this week. I still have some unpacking to do, like this box, which I have no idea what's in there, honestly. But I'm exhausted. I'm going to have an early night, and I will catch you on the flip side.